Hey, guys, Altavis Pelzer here, your voice manager. Super excited to come to you with another episode of the Speakeasy podcast, where we go behind the scenes talking about what it means to be the successfully paid speaker or author. Now, I am perplexed, and this is why I'm bringing you this episode. It won't be long, but I definitely need some feedback from you, my studio audience. There is this lazy way of marketing that has been going strong for the last few years. And I really think that we're coming to a point where it's hit a head and it's about to completely crumble and crash. Because people are kind of tired of the bullying, they're tired of the laziness, they're tired of you trying to get them to buy something without creating a connection. And so let me know how this particular episode resonates with you. If you come in contact with one of these experiences, I would love to highlight your response over on the Our Voice Matters blog. So go to bit.ly/Speakeasy Podcast Show, all lowercase, and let us know how this episode resonated with you. Hey, guys. So I don't want to title this a rant, but it's a rant. And I'm going to tell you why. There's this thing on social media where entrepreneurs, speakers, and authors do one of a couple things. And in doing so, they think that you're supposed to buy from them because they did one of these couple things. And let me know if this is something that you've had to deal with as well, or am I just crazy and they're just doing it to me because I'm active online or whatever. So, number one is sending me a link to your product, your service, your book, your webinar, your anything, and asking me to share it to my audience. Now, here's the thing. They haven't had a conversation with you beforehand. They haven't supported you in anything that you're doing, but they really think that you're going to go and share their information out. That's not how this works, guys. Reciprocity is a real thing, and I need you guys to start building communities and building support and actually supporting people the same way that you want people to support you. But that's just one way. So that's one, is send it in your inbox, in your messenger. Number two is tagging 99 people on a flyer, a post, anything. I get so many people that tag me on stuff that it has absolutely nothing to do with me because they don't know how to market. They don't know how to have a conversation and bring people to them. They're chasing after the money, and that's one of the ways that they're doing it is by tagging 99 people. Now, this may hurt a few of you. It may sting a little bit, but I really need you to find out that this is not the way to market and build a business. And if you're looking to be successful, if you're looking to reach higher levels, then you need to do some things differently in order for you to reach the people that really do actually want your stuff. I may not be the person. And considering you haven't built a connection with me, you don't even know if I want your stuff. That part. But then it goes to the even most disrespectful one. And this is the one that really took me out, y'all. Is going to somebody's post, 3, 4, 5 posts, and posting your products and services. What is going on? How do you think that that's like a viable option when it comes to marketing? You don't know the person. So you don't know their audience. So you don't even know if their audience is going to be one that's going to resonate with you. You're just that's a bully tactic. And you may think it's okay because you may have had one person sign up, but it's no different than you going and throwing 500 business cards at people and thinking that you're going to get a client that way. And so I really had to come and talk about this because as speakers and authors and entrepreneurs, we need to do things better. And so I found that because I'm an introvert, I had to find things that work best for me. And what worked best for me was creating community and creating cash the way I could do it, which was having conversations, guys. Can we get out here and actually talk to people? Can we get out here and actually learn what people are doing in order for us to best support them so they may be able to support us? Can we have these conversations? And I'm going to tell you why it's so valuable. It's valuable because it opens up a door of opportunity for you to be referred out. Word of mouth is still a very powerful thing. And I'm not, if you're sending me a link in my inbox and we haven't talked at all, I'm not sharing out your information. If you're tagging me and 98 other people in a flyer, a post, most times I'm untagging myself. And then if you keep doing it, I unfriend you. And I've been known to unfriend several people because you're tagging me in 98 other people, but we don't even have conversations about what it is that I do or what it is that you do. And so there's no relationship there. You don't walk up to somebody in the street and say, hey, I drop your drawers. I want to sleep with you. And then again, some of you may at this point, in this day and age. We have to understand that building relationships is going to be such a valuable asset for us as we move forward in 2020. And that's just the reality of it. If you're not creating conversations, then you're going to drown. When you think about social media, the reason why social media is so successful is because you gave people the opportunity to create conversations. That's why. Or you gave people the opportunity to build upon something that, they were really excited about. That speaks volumes. So when you see businesses that flourish and expand, it's because they've had conversations in order for them to flourish and expand. Amazon listened when people said, I wanted to have my stuff in 2 days. So Amazon did Amazon Prime so you could have your stuff in 2 days. They listened when the millennials and Generation Z said, we want it now. We don't even want to wait 2 days. So what did they do? They went to where the millennials and Generation Z were. They went to college campuses and opened up stores. Now think about that. In an economy and in the present time where we are closing stores left and right, big businesses or companies are going bankrupt, Amazon is opening stores. Why? They wanted it now, and so certain things that that they will order on a regular will be at that location, and they can get it now. So they can order it online and go and pick it up. Guys, it's from a conversation. When we think about Amazon buying Whole Foods, there were conversations before that. They actually bought a failing online grocery store before they even bought Whole Foods, before they even had their own meal kits. Like, guys, you've got to understand the way that the market works. I ask a question. It's taking it back old school. I ask a question. It's called market research. I get a response or multiple responses, and then I produce from what the responses were. Can I tell you something? That a lot of these millionaires and billionaires that you guys are following and trying to copy their strategy and all this other stuff, that's how they were able to market to you. Like, literally, there are people who went out, they did it, they saw success, they went and researched and talked to people about it, figured out what people wanted to know, and then they launched that thing. Some of you aren't even launching things that people want. You're not even launching books that what people want to read. So we got to have this understanding that, okay, I don't need to tag 99 people. That's out the door. And messaging people and thinking that they're just going to automatically share my stuff, I always give people an option. I let them come into our free community, and you can share your products and services there. There's days that you can share, but I'm not sharing out your stuff and you don't even support what I'm doing. Like, you got to have that understand. Like, I don't understand where people miss it, where they kind of think like, oh, well, I can just send 50 people my link and they're going to get excited about it and then they're going to share it out and then I'm going to be a millionaire. Like, people really have this warped thinking. So when it comes to creating conversation, and I was actually, I've been talking about this more and more over the last year. And so this is not just the first time I've come out and talked about it. It's not. Because I even went back and said to entrepreneurs, speakers, and authors that you should be creating conversations and building up community partnerships within your own communities. It starts with the conversation. It starts with you asking a question. It starts with you serving and showing up. Those things are really valuable. And it's interesting because we don't really see the value in it until we're doing it. So I can tell you it's valuable, but until you go and speak to a boutique owner and then they let you sell your books in their boutique, that you start to see the power of community partnerships. I've done it. I've connected with boutiques. I've connected with bookstores. I've connected with people, and they've gone and shared out things. And whereas they saw my consistency. That's one. Because we have this whole another thing where people want you to promote for them and they're not even promoting for themselves. That's a whole other topic for a whole other podcast episode. But they saw my consistency and they came to me and said, how can I serve you? And so I gave them a way that they could serve and help support. Guess what? It came from me going and sharing that information. So many people think that, oh, I just got to post my flyer 50 times a day and there's somebody that's just going to see it and want to buy everything. No, guys, can we really have some conversations? That's what live stream is all about. Social media is going back to being social. So you're starting to see people pull conversations offline and do meetups and do networking and things of that nature. And as people are starting to pull stuff offline, it's definitely giving us a different view of what entrepreneurship can be and, unfortunately, what entrepreneurship has become. What entrepreneurship can be is a whole bunch of people coming together, supporting each other, and really growing together. That's what community, that's the community piece. And then what it has become is it's become this rat race to see who can get people converted the fastest. It's become this rat race for, doing these different tips and tricks that are not really synonymous with our brand and our level of integrity, thinking that that's going to be the way that we really market and get people out there. Can I tell y'all, there are so many ways for you to create community and create cash. Podcast episodes, blogs, being a guest blogger, or being featured on a blog, going and doing virtual summits, going and doing live events, speaking, selling books. There are so many ways for you to create cash and build conversation, build community, but you got to be willing to do the work. It's so much more than just posting a link and posting a flyer. It's actually doing the work, the footwork, and getting out there. And I know that there are some that may say, well, I don't have the support. I don't have the time. And, I did a question asking people what was going to be your greatest asset for 2020 as a business owner and as a speaker. And all types of opportunities came out, networking and collaborations and phone. But I think networking and collaboration are probably going to be on the top two right now because you may not be able to do it all, but there's somebody out there that can do it for you. There's someone out there that can do the work that you need in order for you to be successful. But they're going to do a whole lot more than just doing a post and tagging 99 people. They're going to go into different chats and groups and connect you with the right people. They're going to send emails and find people that you should support and connect with. They're going to do all of these things above and beyond just the mediocre and what the average person is doing. And I feel as though we're in a season where we can really go beyond average and do some great things, guys. We really can. But there comes a time where you still are going to have people that do that thing. And it's that thing that really, man, destroys us. And that thing is not valuing people. That's just the reality of it. We don't put a high enough value on people that we value their time, we value their insight, we value their space. We don't value people. And so it's easy for me to go and post my link in somebody's comments without even talking to that person because I don't value that person. That person is just a name on a social media site. And I see people do it on celebrity posts all the time where they'll go and post. And I'm just like, it's crazy because that celebrity put in work to get to where they were. And you're not even willing to do the work to get there. You're just trying to come in off of the back of them and the strength of them. So it's definitely an interesting conversation and topic to cover. But tell me, have you dealt with the same things? Have you dealt with people coming on and posting flyers and things in your post? Have you had people come and share things in your blog comments, in your social media comments, your videos? Let me know, because I really think that this is a great topic for us to discuss as we're moving into 2020 and doing greater things for our business and brands. Are we at the point where enough is enough? Can we honestly say that we are now at the point where we say, don't do that anymore? And we block people and we unfriend people and we disconnect from people who are not really connected to us, but they're trying to see what they can get from us. So it's a new era. It definitely is. We're in a new decade, and I just feel like now is the best time for us to make this shift happen and make it a reality. That we're doing things with more integrity and building the conversation. Can I tell y'all something? You can ask a question and get more people to come and buy your products and services as opposed to just putting it out there and getting crickets. You can ask a question, you can engage on other people's posts with real conversation, and establish yourself as an expert in your industry. Establish yourself as somebody who actually cares about the topic, especially if it's something that you're selling that's relevant to the topic. Show that you're actually the expert, not by trying to throw out fancy words, but just by having genuine conversation. So I just had to come and get that little rant real quick because I feel like we're in a time where if it's not said now, people are still going to continue to do it and think that it's okay. And then when they start losing friends and losing people around them and not getting access to clients, they're going to say, oh, woe is me. It's social media. It's the algorithm. But it's not the algorithm. It's you. It's you. Tea and shade. It's you. And I know that there's even coaches that are teaching these types of tactics, which is even more crazy. So, guys, let's do better in 2020. Let's go ahead and build these conversations so we can create community and create cash, because that's what's needed in the world, right? With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Again, let me know how this particular topic really resonates with you. Is this something that you go through? bit.ly/Speakeasy Podcast Show, all lowercase. Because I've heard it from entrepreneurs, no matter what industry, entrepreneurs, speakers, authors. I mean, every line of business, I've heard it from the ones that are starting to become successful or that have become successful. This is what they start to receive. And it's a shame because there's enough room out here for everybody, but you got to be willing to do the work. With that being said, it's out to Vice Pelzer, your voice manager, founder of the World Voice League. Would love to have you come and join us. Put hashtag World Voice League on Facebook, and you can come join the free Facebook community. With that being said, I appreciate you guys, and until next time, don't forget to press it out. See ya.